ASUS Zenfone 9 will have three versions: 8 or 8GB RAM and 128GB of ROM, 8 or 256GB storage, and 16 or 256GB storage, and 4 colorways. For connectivity, this phone will have 5G bands, Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.2, NFC, and GNSS. The wired connectivity will include a USB-C 3.0 and a 3.5mm headphone jack. That USB-C port will also charge the 4300 mAh battery. According to the retailer, there will be a 30-watt USB-C charger in the retail package. The fingerprint reader will go on the side. Also, the listing includes the date of last guaranteed OS updates, August 24. The last guaranteed security patch is listed as 447972. We are not entirely clear what that means. The base ASUS Zenfone 9 8GB RAM or 128GB storage will cost around $800. The 8GB RAM and 256GB ROM is 10% more, and it will be priced at $1,000 back. Thanks for the watching. See you in the next video. ASUS is one of the last Android phone manufacturers to offer powerful, compact models for those who don't want enormous phones in the pockets or bags, keeping things compact in its Zenfone flagships. Now, thanks to a combination of a leaked promo video and a retailer page, we have got a great idea of what to expect when the next generation Zenfone is released. ASUS has now confirmed that the Zenfone 9 is coming today. While ASUS has yet to release any official details about the Zenfone 9, the company did appear to accidentally post a video of the upcoming model on YouTube before hurriedly taking it down. Of course, nothing is over truly gone on the internet, and Chinese site TechGoing managed to take a copy of the video, which it then reported for all to see. If the video is accurate, and it seems likely that it is, then it reveals plenty of details about how the Zenfone 9 will be configured, which have since seemingly been confirmed by the early product page for the phone at Elzop, which also provided higher resolution images. In terms of processors, ASUS has gone with a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset, which is par for the course for premium phones in 2022. It will be relatively small by today's standards, but not all that small. It measures 146.6 into 68.2 into 9.45 mm and weighing 165 grams, fractionally smaller than the Zenfone 8. For comparison, the same numbers for the Galaxy S22 read 146 into 70.6 into 7.6 mm and 167 grams. The phone will be equipped with a 5.92-inch AMOLED display with 1080 into 2400 pixel resolution. The aspect ratio is 20:9 and 120Hz refresh rate. It will be guarded by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. The phone itself will have an IP68 rating for dust and water resistance. The front camera will use a 12-megapixel Sony IMX663 with dual PDAF. On the back, there will be two cameras. The main module has a 50-megapixel Sony IMX766 sensor with a 6-inch axis gimbal stabilization. This camera can record 8K video. Also on the back is the 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera with an IMX368 sensor. The ASUS Zenfone 9 will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Of course, this being a proper tiny flagship. The base variant will be 8GB RAM and 128GB ROM of storage, and 8GB RAM of or 256GB storage, and another premium model is 16GB RAM and 256GB storage. The display is a 5.9-inch Samsung AMOLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and punch-hole aperture in the top left-hand corner, protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. That's a small panel, and the phone as whole is once again compact, 146 into 70.6 into 7.6mm and 176 gram. There's no in-display fingerprint sensor, as ASUS has gone with placing it in the power button on the right flank. This also acts as an trackpad, allowing you to scroll content on a page by swiping up or down. Cameras are always an essential element in a modern phone, so the improved optics shown look like a step forward, especially in terms of video. The 50-megapixel Sony IMX766 sensor used in the Zenfone 9 main camera, as well as Realme G2 Pro, OnePlus Nord 2T and Nothing Phone 1. The IMX766 sensor is a solid performer that will deliver great photos. The Zenfone 9 adds a 6-axis gimbal module for optical image stabilization, so video footage should be rock solid. It seems to be joined by a 12-megapixel ultrawide using the Sony IMX368 sensor, though this is limited to electronic stabilization. There's also 12-megapixel camera on the front, in this case with the IMX663. Audio will come from dual stereo speakers, while there's also the surprising inclusion of a 3.5mm headphone jack if you prefer to plug in your cans. Everything will be powered by a 4300 mAh battery, and it seems to ship with a 30-watt charger. The unit will be protected from water and dust thanks to its IP68 rating and comes in black, white, red and blue option. ASUS also shows off a couple of accessories in the video, with a smart backpack mount that might also feature a power pack, plus there's also a Connex phone case that has a kickstand built in as well as a card holder. No details are available yet on how much either of these will cost.